Hello everybody and welcome back to Valtra Farms. So we're in Saxlingham and it is July and we have got a lot of harvesting to do. So today we have got to harvest field 2, field 8, field 7, field 19. There's plenty to be getting on with today. I've got a worker, he's mowing our new grass field so we can start getting some food ready for the cows. As you can see, they're getting low now. I need to top their straw up as well. And we need to think about getting a manure spreader at some point because we're getting quite a lot. The chickens are completely out of food now, so that's why I've come down here first. I'm going to start getting some of the wheat in, and then we can get that across to feed the chickens. We've got rain due today at some point. I'm not sure when. It does say rain in my forecast up there, but it's not showing it on here. Maybe it'll change. Hopefully it does. Or it's raining now and then we'll have to just pass a bit of time to get it not raining. So yeah, plenty to be harvesting today. And then it looks like next month we will have... What's in these fields? Is that the... I think that's the sorghum. Yeah. Looks like we'll have the two big sorghum fields. And these two are nowhere near, so plenty to be getting on with. So we're going to start with the wheat because I want to get some food in for the chickens. We'll need to keep them fed, keep them going, because that is a fairly good stream of income. We've got oats here, so this will mostly be going down to the cereal factory, and this is canola, which will go straight to the oil mill. So it should be quite a nice day. We should get quite a lot of this harvesting done. And then we're going to have to work on these fields. Obviously, we want to put canola straight back in because next month we can do that. So canola will be coming down here. We've got two massive sorghum fields. So we'll probably, once we harvest them, we'll put a wheat field in there. And then we'll change it about a bit like that. Obviously, we also want to be making some flour, so I don't want to use too much of our sorghum feeding the chickens. I'm hoping we get a decent amount of this, but I haven't quite worked it out yet. But I think they eat... It's quite a lot a month, you know. I think they strain half their food every month, so keep those chickens going. We need, what is it, 20,000 litres per month, roughly. Give or take. Some months it's a bit less, but yeah, so you can imagine it's about 200,000 litres of food you need to keep those chickens going on full chat. But obviously when they're going on full chat, they're making us a sizable amount of money, so it's definitely worth doing. But trying to find that money for it is, well, trying to find the land to plant the wheat and the different bits we need is quite extreme. So we're going to get set to. I'm going to get this field done first, and then we will move on over to the oat and the canola fields, and then we can get them all in. So I don't think the factory so much needs the oats yet, but it's getting to the stage where it could really do with the oats a bit of a top up. We have no other reason for the oats really, which is why I didn't grow too big of a field. Canola, obviously we've still got a stockpile, so we're not desperate for that either. So yeah, we'll get on with the wheat. We'll get cracking with this, and then once he's finished mowing that field, I'll probably set him up, rowing it up for us, and then we can just go pick it up with the forage wagon and get it into the pit. So yeah, without further ado, let's get cracked on and let's get some harvesting done. It don't look like it'll be too long before we're fetching the trailer either, and it looks like the mower's done as well, so we'll get him changed over once we're full. So just a quick ride over, and yeah, he's already got that mowed, so it didn't take too long actually. That was really quick. I was expecting it to take a lot longer. So what we'll do is we'll just quickly run this back over to the cow barn area, and we'll get the Massey set up. He hasn't done this half of the field though, so that is a bit peculiar. Let's just see if we can cut it. This is where I accidentally put that second pit, and I don't know if it's ever recovered from it. So let's just have a quick look, see if it will cut. It will cut, so don't particularly know why he hasn't done it, but yeah, we'll just quickly run around it with it then, and then we can get him rowing this up. I would like to take that fence out just so we can travel between the two grass fields a bit easier. I mean, it's not too bad just going on the road and around, but that would be a lot easier. So let's get it mowed. It's not going to take 2 seconds to get this all mowed. Seems to have repaired itself, apart from it's just a bit lumpy there. And then I don't know where we're going to put this because I can't remember. I'll have a quick look. I think we compacted all of that in that silo, so it's either we've got to empty the silo out, which wouldn't be the end of the world, or we're going to have to build another littler one behind the cow shed and run 2. But yeah, there we are, we're all sorted. So we'll get this run over to the cow shed, and I'll bring the Massey Ferguson back with its rower on, and then we can get the field all rowed up while we're doing some combining, and then we'll get it picked up later on. But yeah, we've got plenty of combining to get on with. Right, got the first load of wheat back, and we're putting it into the chicken shed because they need good topping up. So 40,000 litres will go straight in here. We'll tip the rest in the silo, and then we'll head back, empty the combine, and there's only 2 more breeds left, and then that's the first field done. Now, we haven't put swaths on for straw. We've sort of chopped that one, and then I'm going to get it all sorted. I'm going to take the Valtra over there in a minute. I'm going to get it ripped up, get it power arrowed down, get it lime spread, pick the stones up, and get that field really nice, and then we'll put canola in it next month. So yeah, it's hopefully we can get it done in time, but we have got quite a lot of fields to be doing. So, and the Valtra needs a new set of tyres, and so does the trailer. So I'm going to get a new set of tyres on the way through. We will be getting the straw off the oats because I do need straw down at the cows. But yeah, let's get this tipped and let's head back to the field. There we are. We have got the wheat harvest all done. So we're just tipping it into the trailer. This is going to go to the grain storage. And yeah, I think we're going to go tackle... Probably going to do the oats next. It's the biggest field. Want to get the straw off it as well, because we do need the straw for the cows, so we can run it down there and we can keep them bedded up. I think I'll just double check that the worker has finished rowing now. Yeah, he's all finished, so we can collect that later on. Done a good job there. But what we do need to do, or I need to do, is I need to paint around the cow barn, because then at least we can set a worker in that field, because at the moment he still thinks it's a field, so he just crashes straight into the cow shed or the manure pit. Yeah, it's a bit annoying, but so we'll have a look into that eventually. But I can always cut that field anyway. We're not desperate for food. We can take... It'd be nice if we could clear all of the silage out of the shed before we got the new stuff, and then we don't have to buy a new one. But we'll see, we'll see. It doesn't take long to ferment anyway, so I could, if we've got enough food for a few days, or a few months shall I say, could stockpile and then get a really big pit full, and then we wouldn't have to touch it for a while. But yeah, we'll have a look into it. We'll see what's the best course of action. But yeah, let's run this down to the oat field now, and let's start that oats harvest. Well, what I might do is just get a worker to start it. I'm going to go empty the trailer, and then as soon as I get there I can take over, and then I'll get cracked on from there. Or I leave a worker on this, I go collect the grass and we feed the cows. But as I say, it's not a drastic thing to collect the grass, because the cows don't need it at the moment. But yeah, we've got to go back through the yard, and then we can swing around and pull into field 8, I think it is. It's the one over there was looking really golden. But yeah, let's get the combine over there. I'll get a worker set up on it. I'll bring the wheat over, and then we'll get cracking on the next field. Right, well I thought while the worker's doing a half decent job on the combine, I would jump on and I would start ripping up this field. So we're trying to get it busted, as you can see, and then we'll get it stone picked and power arrowed. So I might as well get this started with the old Valtra. As soon as I get some distance going, we'll set up the fence behind with the stone picker, get these stones picked up, and then we can get them over to the lime factory. I think it's about out of stones now, so it would be nice to keep that topped up. And then hopefully next crop this won't have many many weeds in it, and it should yield really nicely. So I think we're going to put canola in here next time. So yeah, if we can get this field bob on, it would be perfect. So I'll get cracked on. I will get this all ripped up. But then I'll keep nipping back and emptying the combine. I don't think it'll take him too long to crack through it. So we'll just keep unloading him. We can take the first set of load straight to the mill. straight to the cereal production, and then we can store it right next to it, so when we're topping up it's nice and easy for us to grab it and empty. But yeah, I'll get cracked on with this, and then you'll see me hopping back and forth to sort the combine out, and then I will catch up with you guys when we have the first load to take to the factory. Right, so there we are. We've got a full trailer of oats. So the work's been doing quite well here, and we've been getting on quite well with our busting. We're probably over halfway now, so we'll soon be taking the fent up there to start stone picking. We'll come back by a power arrow, a 7 metre one, and then we can get it all levelled off, ready to be planted or drilled next month. So yeah, we'll get this full. Perfect. And we can get some of this over to straight to our cereal factory, because I think it's soon going to be requiring some, because I haven't put any in for a while because we ran out last year. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it could do with a good top up. Everything else is looking good in there. But yeah, this will pretty much about fill it again, and then everything else that comes off this field will be in storage, ready for when it needs the next top up. Luckily 80,000 litres, it does take a while to get it go through. We're also going to have to come in here and do some baling, so that's going to take a few minutes to get this all baled up, and then we can take all the straw straight down to the cows, which is why I mulched the other field, because I don't think we need 2 fields of bales. I'd sooner rather get a better yield by doing everything we can on the other field, really. So let's head through. Here's a little shortcut, as long as the Unimog can pull it. But yeah, we're just around the back here, and then we can get it filled up. So we are waiting on the cows to start producing milk, and then we can get the dairy on. Once we've got the dairy going, we can start moving the sugar, eggs and everything over to the bakery. We might even take a load of the next load of eggs straight there. And we might even start taking the sugar over there, because we've got an abundance of sugar as well. And then at least when we're ready, or the time is ready, we can just put in what we need to put in. Which will be flour, which will be off the sorghum fields. And then I think we need strawberries as well, so let's have a look. So the bakery to make our cakes, what we want to do. We need strawberries, eggs, sugar, flour and butter. Oh, and bottled milk. So the dairy side of things is what's going to be the slow part. So how much milk have we got? 510 litres and 0 litres of buffalo at the moment. So we're not... I think the cows will start producing when they're 18 months old more, so that one's 30 months. So we've got a couple more months and then we should start seeing some milk coming through, which will be nice, and then we can start getting that across into that dairy there and we can start making it into what we need. So we'll probably run a cycle of bottled milk first and then we'll run another cycle of butter. Just because if you run them at the same time, you do get them both, but I think it's a bit slow. Don't know, I'll have to work it out and see if running them at the same time is better or running one, then running the other. In theory, it shouldn't make much of a difference, but I'm sure it does slow it down. Or it feels like it's slowed down, shall I say. But yeah, we've got the trailer back here, so we'll get this ready to empty. I think he might finish before we need to empty him, so... yeah, he ain't got a busting lot left. And we can set him on canola while we carry on with this. So, as you can see, we're not getting on too bad now. Just got a few passes left, but the field is looking much better. The old Valtra is doing its job. And then we'll get, I'll bring over the fen, or I might even put it on the back of this, let it stone pick. And then we'll come back and parara over the top. We do need to get that bought. I never got around to doing it last time. So what I'm thinking is a nice 8-metre one, like that. And then we'll probably just put it 6 mile an hour, just keep the speed up, because otherwise it'll take us ages. So yeah, I think we'll take that as well. So £62,000. Gonna hit the old bank account, but it's worth it to get that perfect field. So there we are. We're gonna get carried on with this, and then as soon as that combine's finished, we'll get it emptied and we'll move it onto canola. So we've got the field all busted or ripped up. So we can now head back to the yard and we can go get the stone picker, bring that up here, get that underway, and then it looks like we've got quite a bit of baling to get on with. The worker's still doing the canola fields. I think he'll be nearly finished the bigger one of the two, and then he's just got the little one to crack on with. So yeah, it's all going fairly well. Plenty to be doing in July. So we'll we'll go get the stone picker, we'll take it down there, and then we'll see where we go from here. Right, so that is all of this month harvesting done. We're halfway through the baling, and we've got, let's put this in the combine, get this out of the combine, shall we say. We can find out how much we've got. We've left a header trailer right over there, which is a bit annoying. So we will have to go fetch that. But let's find out what we've got in off these two fields. So it's looking quite promising. More than I was expecting. 48,200 litres. So really not bad at all. So we'll get this over to the canola mill, well, the oil mill shall I say. We can get it tipped in there, get it changing over into canola oil, and then we can pack that combine up, and we've got plenty of baling to crack on with again. But like I say, we'll probably end up taking all of the bales straight over to the cow shed, keeping them up there ready for bedding down the cows. It would be nice to get even more cows and really expand that so that they're producing milk hand over fist, but obviously we'd need a lot of grassland to keep up with supply and demand sort of thing. But yeah, let's get this over to our oil mill, which is just up here. The stone guy, I've just emptied him. I never checked it to see if it was full before, but I'm pretty sure I emptied it. So at the rate he's pulling stones off that field, there could be quite a few, which then means our lime plant will be cracking on at the rates of knots again. So we'll get plenty of lime for spreading on all these fields we're doing, which is good because we're going to need it. So I'll run around them all again anyway if they need it or not. Just we keep on top of it. They don't use massive amounts when it comes to doing it. If you can sort of get through a few months not doing it, but obviously when you do it again it takes a lot of lime, so you cost the same I would say, but the more you do it the less lime you have to buy at that particular moment. So let's see how much the mill wants. I don't think it'll take a great deal of this, and then whatever it doesn't take we can put into storage until it's ready. Yeah, we've got 17,000 litres left in the trailer, so let's have a look to see how full the mill is now. So it's got 96,000 litres in it again, so it is just cracking through as and when sort of thing. Hopefully by November we'll have quite a few pallets. I know the olive oil seems to be quite slow on the old mill. It is a lot slower than the canola, and by the looks of the weather we have just finished in the perfect time because it is just starting to rain. So that was really good timing for us. Let's get this put into storage. Perfecto. So I'm going to head this Unimog back to the yard, and I think we're going to leave it there today, guys. We've achieved quite a lot, and we've managed to get all of the fields harvested. We've started the baling. We've also started doing a bit of land work for the next planting of crops. So like I say, we'll have canola down in that field we're working on now. Probably put wheat in these two little ones up here for the chickens. Keep them well fed, or keep plenty of food, because like I say, they do chomp through. I'm pretty sure it's about 20,000 litres a day they chomp through. So definitely got to keep as much as possible. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. Any suggestions, do leave them below. And if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, you'll get a notification of when we get the baling done, when we get the next field planted, and hopefully when we start getting a load of milk. I'll see you there.